Hey everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be digging into those little white flowers.
Oh, yeah.
You know the ones I'm talking about? They
Mhm.
pop up in the sidewalk cracks and kind of look like little weeds.
Right.
Yeah, well it turns out those are diamond flowers, and there's a lot more to them than meets the eye.
That's right. They really are quite fascinating.
So for this one, we've got a blog post by this guy Ang, who calls himself an old software plumber,
Okay.
but he's really into gardening, and his blog is called Notes on Gardening.
Interesting.
And this post is all about the diamond flower.
Ugh.
And one of the things he talks about is that even though it looks like just another weed,
Yeah.
it's actually got this long history. And
It's true. A lot of times we just dismiss things as weeds, but they can actually have really interesting backgrounds and uses.
absolutely.
And the diamond flower is no exception.
So this diamond flower, it's an annual herb, and it's native to tropical Asia and Africa.
Yep, that's right. Okay, so it's been around the block a few times, but what really caught my eye was that historically this plant has been used for way more than just looking pretty.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
This little plant has been used for food and medicine,
Really?
and even dyes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So in like traditional medicine, what kind of things was it used for?
Well, for instance, it was used to treat all sorts of ailments, and get this, the whole plant was boiled to make a blue dye.
A blue dye.
Yeah, a vibrant blue dye.
From a white flower.
I know, right?
Wow. That's incredible. It really makes you think about what other things we might be overlooking,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like what else is hiding right under our noses.
Exactly.
Oh, and speaking of hidden gems, Aang actually included a link to a YouTube video in his post.
Oh, cool.
It's like a visual tour of the diamond flower.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But you know what's interesting?
What's that?
The tone of the video is like surprisingly negative. Yeah, the narrator kind of focuses on how the diamond flower is invasive and like a nuisance.
Huh. It's funny how some people just can't get past that weed label.
Yeah, it's like they can't see the forest for the trees.
Exactly.
But Aang, he's like challenging us to think differently about these plants.
Oh, how so?
He suggests that we should be incorporating more native plants like the diamond flower into our gardens.
And I bet he has some good reasons for that.
Oh yeah, he goes beyond just saying we should root for the underdog.
Right?
He's talking about promoting biodiversity and ecological balance.
That makes sense.
He even makes this really interesting comparison to aquariums.
Okay, now I'm curious. What do aquariums have to do with gardening?
Well, he says, just like we've come to appreciate native fish species in our aquariums,
Yeah.
we should cultivate that same appreciation for local plants in our gardens.
Interesting. So instead of going for those flashy exotic plants, we should be looking at what's already growing around us.
Exactly.
I like that.
And he points out that while ornamental plants might look nice, sure, native species, they offer a whole bunch of ecological benefits that go way beyond just decoration.
Right, because they've evolved alongside the local insects and birds and everything else.
It's like they're all connected.
Yeah, it's a whole web of interdependence.
That makes a lot of sense. But what about access to these native plants? Aren't they harder to come by?
Well, actually, Ang says the opposite is true.
Oh, really?
He compares it to collecting wild fish in urban areas, which
Yeah.
is often restricted.
Right.
But with native plants, you can just gather seeds or cuttings from local parks or gardens.
So you're telling me I could just stroll through the park, collect some seeds, and start my own little ecosystem in my backyard?
Pretty much.
Wow. Like a treasure hunt right in our own neighborhood. That's pretty cool. But wouldn't planting all these native species make our gardens look kind of wild?
Well, that's a pretty common misconception. You know,
Mhm.
native plants, they can be just as beautiful and diverse as all those fancy imported ones. And a lot of times they actually need less care because they're already used to the local climate and the soil.
Oh, so less work, A&D, better for the environment. Okay. I'm starting to see the appeal here. But I gotta admit, sometimes all the technical plant stuff kind of throws me off.
Oh, I totally get that.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a botanist to appreciate native plants.
Yeah, that's true.
And speaking of botanists, Ang actually mentions in his blog that if he could go back in time, he would have studied botany.
Wait, seriously, the software guy.
Yeah.
He wished he'd gone the botany route.
It's pretty wild, right?
That's amazing. And you know what else is funny?
But
His childhood dream was to be a postman.
a postman, wow. That's a pretty big jump from delivering mail to growing plants.
I know, right? It just goes to show you that our passions can change in some pretty unexpected ways.
That's for sure.
I love that he's found this passion for gardening and he's sharing it with everyone through his blog.
Yeah, and it's not even just about gardening. He writes about all sorts of things like fish keeping and programming.
Really?
Yeah, he's got a lot of interests.
It's pretty inspiring to see someone so curious about everything you know.
Absolutely. It's like he's finding connections between all these different things.
Yeah, from software to plants to fish to the postal service.
That's the cool thing about exploring, right?
Yeah.
The more we learn, the more we realize how connected everything is.
So, what's the big takeaway for us listeners? Like, what can we learn from all this diamond flower stuff?
I think the main thing is to stay curious and open-minded.
Yeah.
You know, be willing to look deeper and challenge what you think, you know?
And appreciate the things we often overlook.
Exactly. Like Ang says, sometimes the most valuable discoveries are right under our feet.
It's like we don't have to travel the world to find something amazing, you know? It's
Exactly.
all right there waiting for us.
And you know what's really cool?
What?
When we start to appreciate native plants like this,
Yeah.
we're actually helping our local ecosystems.
It's like we're fitting back into nature instead of trying to control everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And who knows what we might find along the way. I mean, that weed in your garden could be the next big medical discovery.
Or it could help save an endangered species.
Exactly.
This deep dive has really changed how I see those so-called weeds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to be looking at them differently from now on.
I think that's a great approach.
More curiosity, less judgment.
Exactly. And what if we all did that?
Yeah.
What if we all took a closer look at those weeds?
What would we find?
Who knows what wonders are hiding in plain sight?
That's a great point. So next time you're out walking, take a minute to check out those little flowers pushing through the cracks.
Yeah.
They might just be diamonds in the rough.
I like that.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Until next time, keep exploring.